think the most
Hello, it's Andy, and this is my first week in my life in Oxford that I film. And also, if you're seeing this, it's also the first one I actually finished editing. I have a lot of videos that I filmed, but I just haven't gotten around to editing them because I was kind of busy with school and life got in the way. But now I have time, so I'm editing it. Whoa! Anyway, so I started this vlog on a Sunday because I was going to a nice scenery and I think it would be nice to show it, but I also wanted to remember that day. I went to the park to catch up on some of my homework, some sketchbook work, and there were some cute ducks that kept me company. Despite it being so cold, it was sunny, which was a weird combination, but it was quite enjoyable weather. I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of people in the park. I somehow managed to find a quiet area.
Getting some red onion. We're making ceviche and some bao. Then I'm gonna get red onion. So. Oh.
that's one.
Más solo ice cream. Hice ceviche, pero cociné los camarones y el pescado que le eché porque no confío. Mira, el pescado absorbió el limón. Y hay sopa, bao y salsa para el bao. Overweight were you? Yeah, of course, look at it. So cute. Oh, that's an overweight for comparison. It's so big. And they have free jars and stuff, and this.
Did you find us by walking around, or how did you find the shop?
I found this shop walking around Cover Market. It's too cute. Look at it. It's so cute. Hello, it's me again, editing Andy. I realize how awkward my cutting out skills of the videos kind of are, but that's fine, I'm still learning. As you can see, I'm working on a drawing. This was a monoprint, two monoprints scanned on top of each other. The monoprints, I believe, were either done on white paper or tracing paper, and I scanned them so that it becomes one single layer, if that makes sense, physically. And I was trying to figure out how to draw hands. It kind of looks like a self-portrait of me biting down the neck of a dog. It does not make sense. The narrative was that I was using my friend's name as inspiration. Her name translates to star, and her surname in Spanish, it kind of sounds like somebody eating a wolf. So that's why I'm drawing somebody eating a wolf. I figured out that you can erase some of the ink from the printer with a regular eraser on the tracing paper. So that's what I'm doing here, to sort of have that effect of the hands being see-through. I just wanted it to be an effect. This is what regular classes look like. It's very tedious, time consuming, because a lot of the work you're figuring out how to use the materials that are available to you to create the effect that you wanted to create, which is a lot harder than what it sounds like, and it takes a lot more patience and time. Plus, you have to keep in track of the concept that you're going for. So for that, you use your logbook a lot, which you don't see here. Right now, I'm using some soft pastels with a brush to hopefully make really light color tint for the drawing. so that the color pops out, but only the necessary ones pop out. And I was testing it out on a test print that I did earlier that day.
Okay, so Ernest, I can see you put something on Teams. I'm going to insist that everybody.
That's it. That's it.
My lunches tends to be this sort of small thing. I made like edamame rice rolls that day.
I couldn't be bothered.
They were not great. It was just sort of like to fill you up, like the food there at least. The way that I was eating in Oxford, it's just like so that I can have something in my stomach, I guess. Me and my chocolate chips, okay. These are the chocolate chips I got earlier in the cover market that day. And some arugula salad, which is questionable, but I kid you not, it tasted really good. When I'm working with soft pastels, my hands always get really dirty. And here, the effect that I was going for is like the girl that is illustrated in this drawing is actually the star. That's why there's a star background, sort of. Not hinted at, but very subtle in the background. And the star is coming from one of her eyes, which is the center of attention in this piece. And here I was using the eraser to see what sort of effects I can play with. I wanted there to be a higher contrast between the star, like the center of attention, which is the girl, who is meant to be a star or symbolic of a star, I guess. And the wolf or the dog there is sort of limp, not really alive but not really dead, and the girl is eating the wolf. There's no real super deep meaning other than the fact that I took my friend's name as inspiration for this piece, and I kind of went with it and try to see what image I could create with the narrative that I made up with my friend's name. Because there's a high contrast between the yellow, and also yellow is my friend's favorite color, plus it also it's like yellow is always used in like stars. And I wanted it to kind of look like the sky when there's a star in the sky, where the light sort of goes from yellow to green to blue to night black. I think that created a really nice visual effect and a nice image. At the end of the day, because I am illustration, my job is not to create a very strong narrative, although I can try. But that's like a whole different job. My job actually is to create a image that visually communicates what I'm trying to communicate, if that makes sense. Properly visually communicate a story or a narrative to move the audience, like storytelling. It has to be both interesting but also has like good techniques so that it is visually interesting. And I like to say that things make sense, so that it visually makes sense. Here I'm using the eraser to erase some of the parts of the soft pastels that I used in order to create a highlight, so that I have a higher contrast between the light and the dark values of the drawing. As an art student, my hands tend to be really dirty, and you can clearly see that in this video. I went downstairs real quick to take a photocopy of the illustration that I make so that the soft pastels are not getting all over the place because they tend to smudge everywhere. So, yeah. And I was seeing how the printer sort of affects the color. Like really short, like It's so cute. Look, it's a heart. Aww. Another heart.
All sounds beautiful.
I recommend it. Look at it. It's so good. Another part of work as being an art student here was updating my sketchbook. This was sort of the most tedious part, but also the most calming. You sort of put a series in the background and you write about what you have done, but you have to analyze what you have done and also the research that you've done and how that goes into context with what you're doing. Which is like sometimes you end up questioning, why am I even doing this? But that's just the beauty of being an art student, I guess.
167. Usually I have dinner by myself. And today is chicken, potato, and salad. It's gone.
This store is one of the nicest ones, in my opinion, in Oxford. It's near the cover market, but sort of like behind the cover market. And they sell a bunch of like regular everyday used objects, but they're made with really high quality materials, and the designs are also really cute.
They're so nice.
Oh my god, they're so cute. I'm looking back at the footage and it's so cute. If I had money, I would spend it here. Or I would learn how to make the stuff that they sell here because wow. It makes you really appreciate, like, the objects there made me appreciate like life. And it's not really that deep, but in a sense, like, wow, there is so much beauty in everyday stuff, and that store sort of shows it.
I forgot to take video of like went to basketball and I played badminton in the basketball court. This is my dinner. What's the things that I forgot? Now I'm heading back.
I forgot that I put footage of me doing my logbook in this video. So I'm looking at it, and this is what logbook work actually looks like. I don't have my logbook with me as I'm filming this voiceover, so I have no idea what I'm writing down here. But it's probably research and what I think about that research and how that could be applied to this project, or if it cannot be applied, why do I even like it? And I had some frozen chicken that I have from my house with some onigiri, but it's not actually onigiri. This is like, it's just rice and seaweed, and onigiri is an excuse of a name because I just wanted rice and edamame and seaweed, and onigiri was like the easiest way to make it, like in the form of like, I mean, not the easiest way to make it, but the easiest way to transport it. So that's what I was eating, some rice, beans, and seaweed or chicken as well. And that's my plate that I left in Oxford. Going downstairs to wash the dishes.
You know, it should be fun. I'm like, just looking. I was looking at like my YouTube videos.
To be fair, that's going a lot better than I expected.
Yeah.
So I got shampoo and I got cinnamon powder. I wanna get a snack. Probably go to some mini store or something, I don't know. Pretty. Got some strawberries and cherries. No. Paano chocolate?
Picture of something.